So it just seems like there's not really anything white can do. I mean, that is a major problem here. I mean, he can't create threats. I mean, the only thing he might try, is move his rook one square to the right, but that's just a mini idea that's not going to work. Black can get the queens off at some point. It looks pretty hopeless to me. Yeah. I mean, I just can't see anything white can do.
The one thing that white has going for him is that the queens are still on the board.
Yeah.
The queens come off, you can resign. So as long as there's pressure on the D file and there's a king in the center, there's chances Magnus could make a blunder, right? Because he is human.
Yeah. The one thing I would do here, I mean, Magnus, he'll find a more sophisticated move for sure, but the one thing I would do is just defend everything. Just put a rook on c6 and say, you shall not pass, and just cover all of these pawns, and I don't see anything ever going wrong there, but he finds a maybe even stronger move, trying to force those rooks off the board. Simon, you said any trades help, and that seems to be the case, and unfortunately it's hard to keep this rook on the board, because if you slide it across, attack that black queen, the other move you mentioned, now a queen trade is guaranteed, and that will end the game. 2 extra pawns for black.
Yowie.
Okay, he plays rook h2. At least the white queen has more squares to flee to if you try to trade off now. That's desperation.
His only chance is to keep the pieces on the board and hope that Magnus does something wrong. But it's quite rare when Magnus does something wrong. Magnus can even try exchanging queens here. I like your move, David, just moving the rook up 2 squares. That's a class move. That's the kind of move I probably wouldn't play, because I just don't have that class. I'm kind of looking at forcing the issue, but just if your opponent can't do anything, as white can't really do anything, then just improve everything as much as you can. Defend things before you go into overdrive and finishing the game off. So, but yeah, there's many options here. Time though. Yeah, ticking. Okay, it's ticking, but
yeah,
still up on time.
They're both about to be under a minute, so let's hold the phone for a minute.
Yeah.
We have seen Magnus over the last 12 months occasionally, uncharacteristically, make one-move blunders, and of course there are mouse slips. There's other ways that Fabi can get back into this game. And okay, d5 looks fine, planting a pawn on a very safe square. Still lacking ideas here for Fabi to break through. That white queen, it just needs to land somewhere on the queen side, somewhere behind enemy lines to give black a check, but still how to break through.
I think d5 has a concrete threat. He wants to play knight e3, and Fabi didn't stop it. Because the knight was guarding d6, and so now you can go to e3 without queen taking, which forks the d1 rook and the c2 pawn. It's funny, he didn't...
Looks strong, maybe he'll land it now.
You couldn't even take that pawn with a bishop, because rook d4 was just game over immediately, so... he's dropping pawns like I drop ELO points, and
they're finishing it off in style. Take c2.
Beautiful chess here.
Very
Queen
nice.
takes pawn. The white king has to move.
What a game!
And you can just go. You can do many
Checkmate
things.
in 3 now.
Rookie 1.
Yeah,
Rookie 1 is coming.
Too many tempting options, aren't there? I mean, like you can.
Fabi has resigned.
What a finish. And with that, Fabiano Caruana goes down in game 1. Magnus Carlsen continues his hot, feisty form. What a week he's had, winning the Grand Chess Tour. Takes his match against Jordan in 3 games. And today takes the first game with the black pieces. No idea who can stop this guy. That game was phenomenal. David, start